What's up, XSM? It's your boy Josh. Today we're gonna be making Mexican style meatball soup, but first we need to wash your hands. Can't be no dirty chef, so let's do that. All right, now we're gonna be using adobo seasoning, garlic, and black pepper to season the meat. Let me go. We're gonna make sure we mix all the meat really good so that all the meat can get seasoned. Oh, this feels gross. Once you mix the meat really well with all the seasoning, you wanna get a decent amount of meat and make them into a medium-sized meatball. Make sure you don't do them too big because it won't cook in the middle that well. So you'll just be eating raw meat, which ugh. All right, once we're done with all our meatballs, we're gonna put them into the fridge to chill for about 30 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, now that we have the meatballs chilling, we're gonna cut the onions and tomatoes to saute them to make the meat broth, or the broth for the meatballs. So we're gonna cut the onions. You have to cut it right in the middle, pretty deep, so that you can get the skin off, the nasty part. Make sure you get all of this off. Oh, my eyeballs. And then we're only gonna use half of the onions, so we're just gonna cut it in half. So once we lay it down, we're gonna cut a little bit more. Oh, my eyes. And we're gonna cut them into skinny slices. This way? Okay. Dude, my freaking eyeballs are killing me. Oh, dude, my freaking eyes. Screw that. Alright, and now we're gonna turn on the flame to medium heat, and you can use any oil you want. I'm just gonna use a little bit of. Make sure you spread it evenly around. That's good. And then we're gonna come back to the onions, and we're gonna evenly spread them out all around. Now we're gonna come back to our tomatoes and cut them into fours. So we're gonna cut in half. Oh yeah, also we have to make sure we mix our onions up so they don't burn. Oh my eyes. And make sure we get it onion. Now we're gonna grab all the tomatoes We're gonna evenly spread them out. I have to make sure you mix it all together. And once they cook for a little bit, you want to add seasoning to it. Add a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, and this adobo. This is the stuff that it will add a lot of flavor to it. So you gotta make sure you mix all that really well. You know, just keep cooking it till it's all soft and brown.
All right, while Josh is sauteing, I'm gonna help him by cutting the cilantro, and that's what we're gonna add at the end of making the soup. I like to cut up the potatoes. Red potatoes are my favorite, so I like to cut them up in fours. And then we have carrots. That's optional. A lot of people don't like to put them in there. I like to put them. It's more of a filling meal, but it's everybody's choice. So I'll be helping Josh with the chopping part.
Okay, while my mom's cutting up the veggies and the tomatoes are sauce-like, we're gonna put them into the blender with a cup of cold water. Make sure you don't burn yourself, because I don't want to be liable for your injuries.
Add a full cup of water.
We're gonna put it to blend. How the heck do you put it on?
Hold on. Wait. What'd you do? Wait. That's fine. You don't have to worry about chopping them up or anything, because it'll do it once we're mixing them and stirring them. So we have this kind of sitting in here getting nice and hot. We have Joshua frying the noodles, and then we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes once it's nice and hot to add the potatoes to start cooking. The meatballs is going to be the last thing to go in because it will cook with the sauce.
The potatoes and the carrots have been simmering for about 10 minutes now. And now we're gonna get the meatballs to cook for about 30 minutes. Let's grab those.
Add them carefully.
And once we have this cooking for about 30 minutes, and it comes to a boil, we're gonna turn off the flame and then add the noodles. And then from there on, we'll show you the final product. All right, this is the final product. It looks pretty good, smells pretty good. I might have missed a few steps, but I had lots of fun making it. So I hope you guys enjoyed me making this. Deuces.